The assembly elections across 5 states begin today with voting in Mizoram in 20 constituencies in Chhattisgarh. This marks the beginning of an exercise which is being viewed as a semi-final before the general election. Now, Chhattisgarh, which will have elections in 2 phases. The first phase today, you have 20 assembly seats going to the polls, while Mizoram votes for the 40-member assembly in a single phase election. Let's go across to our reporters. We're joined now by Sunil Prabhu and Ratnadeep joining us for more. And Sunil, the 12 assembly seats of the Naxal-hit Bastar division are among the 20 that are voting today, so very high security ahead of the polling.
That's right. In fact, as we speak, voting has begun in those areas. The timing there is from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they've even used drones this time to ensure that they can, have a by and large peaceful voting. So every possible step in terms of security measure has been taken to instill confidence in the people and to not fear the bullet and instead go and vote in the EVM. So let's wait for that polling percentage as India's biggest, exercise begins here in Chhattisgarh, where 20 assembly constituencies and, as you said, in 12 districts have been affected, and that's the reason why it's in 2 phases. The Election Commission wanting to ensure that there are adequate security measures in these areas so that people can cast their ballot without the fear of violence.
That's right, Sunil. And in these 20, seats, the last time the Congress won 17 of the 20, and this time around too, the Congress is very confident under the leadership of Bhupesh Baghel.
That's right. There have been, in the state of Chhattisgarh, it's been what many people call a, competition of freebies. Both BJP, which has really done a turnaround in terms of promising also freebies from 500 rupees a gas cylinder to 3,100 rupees for the MSP. And the Congress, getting into a competition, increasing it by 3,200, promising free education, and making this entire issue about the politics of freebies. So definitely the Congress has been campaigning very vigorously in this election, and we'll have to wait and see, of course, how the outcome takes place. Mr. Bhupesh Baghel has used his OBC image as well as the fact that he's Chhattisgarhi to really send across that message to the people that they are working unitedly to continue to deliver, and that's something that we'll have to see on the ground whether it has played, made benefits in the next few days.
All right, Sunil, we'll come back to you. Let's go across to Ratnadeep now, who joins us for the elections that are taking place in Mizoram. And Ratnadeep, this time around, it's been, a very multi-cornered contest in Mizoram, and the Mizo National Front hoping for a big comeback.
That's right. It is going to be a very keenly contested elections in the 40 constituencies, given the fact that at least there are 18 seats where you have a multi-corner fight. We are coming to you from Aizawl, the capital. In fact, we are at a polling booth in the Rangloon primary school, and you can see here the first voter in this booth is none other than Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga. Mr. Zoramthanga has been a 3-time Chief Minister and he's eyeing his 4th term as Chief Minister. This is going to be a tough elections for him, many watchers say, but when we interviewed him in the campaigning, he did say that this is not going to be a very tough election for the Mizo National Front, his party, which came to power in the 2018 elections after defeating Congress with a huge landslide victory. Remember, the Congress had been in power for 10 years from 2008 to 2018, and after that, the MNF came back to power. But what is important to note is that in Mizoram, usually the power changes every 10 years. So if that trend continues, then that would give a bit of hope to MNF. But in this election this time, you have another regional party, the Mizoram People's Movement, which has come up in a big way. It is a young party in the 2018 elections. They were not a recognized party. Their candidates won as independent and became the main opposition party, relegating the Congress to the third position. And in this election, they are fighting all the 40 seats, just like MNF and the Congress, and giving a tough fight to the MNF and the Congress. In fact, a lot of political watchers also say that they have a kind of a following among the urban voters, particularly the young voters, voters below 40 years of age. And that percentage of voters in Mizoram is about 62%. Remember, Mizoram has a small electorate of 8.57 lakhs, and in many seats, the margin of victory is less than 1,000 votes. So this is going to be a very keenly contested election. Also for the fact that this is one election in the northeast where the BJP has fielded 23 candidates, but the Prime Minister did not campaign. Among the BJP's bigwig, only Nitin Gadkari and Rajnath Singh were there. It is a Christian-dominated state where over 87% voters are Christian, and therefore the issue really keeps on coming back and hitting BJP. So whether BJP would be able to break its jinx in Mizoram. Last time they did open their account, winning one seat. BJP would like to increase their tally. The Congress, for the Congress, it's kind of a make or break election in Mizoram. The Congress had put a lot of the senior leaders in Mizoram campaign. Rahul Gandhi campaigned here, and the Congress sees this as an opportunity for a revival in Northeast before 2024 general elections. But having said this, the fallout of the Manipur violence had an impact in Mizoram, because we had thousands of tribal internally displaced people living in Mizoram who were basically we come for Manipur, and the MNF government had given them shelter, and this had been one issue.
Being one of the first to cast his vote there. As you said, yes, the BJP did win one seat the last time around. It was hoping to do better, but this is also, Ratnadeep, going to be very closely watched as it's the first election in the northeast after the trouble that we've seen in Manipur, and you've had Zoram Thanga hitting out at the center over its handling of the situation in Manipur. So that's going to be very, very interesting to watch, how it plays out.
That's right. In fact, the MNF as a party had projected Zoram Thanga as the guardian of the larger Mizo Kuki community in the northeast, and therefore the fact that Mr. Zoram Thanga also his party is a part of the NDA at center at least, and despite being part of NDA, Mr. Zoram Thanga had taken stand against center on several issues, and that is something that his party has projected in this election as a strong a bold positioning of the MNF, and this is something on which MNF has campaigned. But the ZPM, the Zoram People's Movement, has been campaigning, asking for change. They have said that you have seen the Congress several times, you have seen the MNF several times. Give us a chance, because we are a new party. We are talking about an alternative politics, and their leader, Laldu Ama, although he is a political veteran, but he does have a following. But for the ZPM to really create an impact and take this election away from the MNF, they have to win in the rural areas, which are very stronghold of the MNF. In the urban areas, the ZPM in the last election also won a few seats. Remember, in the Mizoram elections, Aam Aadmi Party has also put up 4 candidates. This is going to be Aam Aadmi Party's electoral debut in assembly elections in any states of Northeast. So Aam Aadmi Party also starting its voyage in Northeast before 2024 through the Mizoram elections, and therefore this elections, although there are only 40 seats, a very small electorate, but it is very interesting, very crucial. If you even see, if I can ask my camera person to pan, the discipline that we saw in the electioneering is also seen on the polling dates. People from different walks of life, people from different age groups queuing up in the morning. They've been provided benches to seat. Everybody very disciplined, waiting for their scope. And if you can, in elections in Mizoram, you have the church-backed election watchdog, the Mizo People's Forum, and they not only monitor the campaigns, but they are also monitoring this polling process so that the polling remains free and fair, and there is no scope for any inducement to be given to the voters. So this is a very unique election in its own way in the state of Mizoram. And here the voters, when they vote, there would be several issues in their mind. The SEDP beneficiary scheme launched by the Zoramthanga government has its own impact.
Right.
You have the question of the larger Mizo Kuki identity, and that question has become even more larger after the Manipur violence. On the other hand, there are corruption allegations against the MNF government, and this is something that the Zoramthanga government has to tackle. There have been in the campaigns, the opposition parties and even the ally BJP has hit out at his government on these issues. And apart from that, you have the issues of a huge number of educated unemployed. Remember, Mizoram has one of the highest literacy rate in the country, but its unemployment rate is also much higher than the national average. So these are some key factors that challenges the MNF government and Mr. Zoramthanga, who is inside this polling booth as the first voter, casting his vote and perhaps trying to send out a message to the voters of Mizoram. When he stands here, he has been a 3-time chief minister and he's eyeing his 4th term, but this time, remember, there is a tough challenge from the new party, Zoram People's Movement, and its leader, Lal Duama, and Congress has also projected a new leader, Lal Sota, as the CM candidate.
Right, Ratnadeep, and a good turnout in the morning, and the Chief Minister himself, Mr. Zoramthanga, there casting his vote, one of the first people to vote this morning as elections have begun in Mizoram and in Chhattisgarh. Let's go back to Sunil for more on that. And Sunil, tell us about some of the key contests in this phase.
Well, one of the key contests is from where I am in Rajnandgaon, where Dr. Raman Singh is trying to become the MLA for the fifth time. If he does get elected, it will be the 5th time as an MLA. He's been a 3-term chief minister. Rajnandgaon was, as in his own words, completely bare when he first became an MLA. He's tried to bring in development in that region, and it's on that he is hoping to be able to retain his seat. Having said that, there are others. The Congress chief minister, the PCC president, who's contesting from Bastar, Mohammad Akbaruddin, a host of top Congress leaders, as you rightly pointed out, 17 of them being able to retain those seats in this region. In this election round, they are hoping that they will be able to not lose too much of ground, because there is, of course, that anti-incumbency, and it's in that backdrop that senior leaders continue to fight for this very important and crucial, as you rightly pointed out, a semi-final ahead of the final Lok Sabha polls, which will take place later next year.